I'm Tim Laird with Kevin Harnett in the Secrets of Bluegrass Chef's Kitchen Studio.
And this time we're cooking some of Kentucky's favorite food before a live studio audience. We're going to reveal the secrets behind those great recipes with Gordon Lewis here from Sutton's in Lexington, known as an Italian restaurant with an American pub. And we're covering all those bases today. You'll love these pork chops, and you'll be able to do them yourself at home when you learn the secrets. We're going to get the secrets to this quintessential seafood soup, too.
Plus, Kevin, I'll tell you what, you're going to stick around for this one because I've got a cider in the rye cocktail. You're going to like that.
Yeah, I bet I am going to like it, and so will the studio audience. This is Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, and it starts right now. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harnett. This is the show that introduces you to the chefs who reveal their secrets to some of the best dishes across the Commonwealth. Today is no exception. We have the chef and owner of Sutton's with us. It's a longtime favorite in Lexington for all your favorite and familiar food. They serve everything from pizza to pasta, like linguine and clam sauce, great steaks and burgers, even authentic Chicago roast beef sandwiches. And today, we're digging into this Tuscan marinated pork chops with sauteed mushrooms, asparagus, and all the secrets to making it at home. Plus, 7 seafoods in a single soup. We'll whip up some Italian Cioppino. You're gonna love this. We'll get to the cooking in just a second, right here in our kitchen studio at Bourbon Barrel Foods. But first, let me introduce to you my co-host, America's CEO, Chief Entertaining Officer, Tim Laird.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Timmy.
Hello, what a great audience.
Oh, are you all hungry?
Oh, they are. There they go.
They're going to be pleased today because we have some great food to share with them, and more importantly, the secrets to making it.
I'm excited. I'll tell you what, because I've been to Sutton's in Lexington, and it's a great restaurant. I'll tell you some wonderful things that they're offering, as you mentioned, and I can't wait to get cooking.
You ready to start?
I'm ready to start,
step
Kevin.
back.
All right, thank you, Kevin. It's a great day to be in Kitchen Studio because here he is, the one and only Gordon Lewis from Sutton's Restaurant in Lexington. Hello, Gordon.
Tim, how are you?
Good, my man.
Gordon, good to see you.
Kevin.
Boiler up.
That's it, boiler up.
We've got another Purdue grad in the house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You do. That's great. You guys were talking about that, too.
We were.
Anyway, it's exciting. We've been to your restaurant several times, many times, out in Lexington. It's a beautiful place, and we're glad to have you now in Kitchen Studio here with our live audience and showing some secrets. What are we going to cook today, Gordon?
Well, thanks for having me. We're going to do a couple of dishes that we do daily in the restaurant. The first one's real simple. I think everyone at home can make this. Maybe kicking up a notch on their pork chops at home.
What's great is in Kentucky, you can get some Kentucky Proud Pork products,
sure
which
can.
is amazing.
These are Kentucky Proud products. I'm using a bone-in French tip 8-ounce center cut chop from a local farm here in western Kentucky. I like to tenderize the chop. If you don't have one of these at home, you can use a real pointy knife or a fork even.
Okay.
Just put a little bit of needles in each side, and what that's going to help do is, number one, it's a tenderizer. Number two, it's also going to allow for the marinade to be absorbed a little bit more into the muscle.
Oh, that's a great idea, because as you're marinating it, it'll soak in and infuse all those flavors and get a chance to get in there a little bit.
Exactly.
Pretty cool little toy there.
I like that.
It's nice, yeah.
I think I have one similar. Would put a return address on the back of that thing.
Yeah, you don't want to miss and get your finger on one of these either. So a real simple marinade, I mean super simple. So a little extra virgin olive oil.
Great.
A little fresh chopped garlic.
That's a wonderful thing.
And some fresh rosemary. Picked
Beautiful.
from my garden.
Very good.
Yeah.
Garden fresh rosemary.
Garden fresh, last night.
And that's what's great about rosemary. It'll last a long time through the season, too.
It will. And then a little bit of fresh cracked pepper.
Beautiful.
And just a pinch of, we use a Himalayan pink sea salt.
Oh, okay.
So just put a little pinch of that in there.
And you know, different salts do taste differently, right? They make a difference.
I think so, yeah. There are smoked salts. There are so many varieties out there now to pick from. So just that simple. Mix this up a little bit. Add your chops.
Oh, see, now look, that's an easy marinade. You see
Really?
that?
So simple.
And you've got some great ingredients that are going together. They kind of marry well together. I like that. And then how long would you let these marinate for traditionally?
We go anywhere from 24 to 36 hours.
Okay. So, 36 hours.
a lot.
Not just
Yeah.
overnight.
Yeah, it takes a little time to get all these great flavors to meld in here, and then we actually sear these on the flat top with all the herbs and spices along with it and serve it that way.
Oh, so that flavor, so you don't dry it off or pat it dry, it
Not
just
at
goes
all.
right on and
Just
seared.
want to
kind of crust
just
on
kind of
it.
work it in there a little bit, and then cover this bowl with saran wrap. Throw it in the fridge overnight. You're ready the next
Beautiful.
day.
I like that.
Yep. So I did bring a couple that we marinated. We'll go ahead and get these on the grill and get them started.
Oh, see, that's what you want with that oil on there. It kind of
Ooh,
smokes
yeah.
itself. And oh, I can smell that already.
Nice and hot.
Every time I see flames like that in my kitchen, it's not because it's a good thing.
No. you're reaching for the fire extinguisher,
Yeah,
Kevin,
I'm like,
when this happens
oh
in
no,
your
not
kitchen.
again. So these will stick on the grill. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll finish up the pork chops. We've got more secrets to share from Gordon Lewis from Sutton's. And Tim, you're going to whip up a cocktail.
I am, Kevin. I'll tell you what, it's a wonderful cocktail that just came out of the Libation Lab. I call it Cider in the Rye, and it's delicious.
We'll look forward to that. You'll want to see the secrets coming up when we continue our cooking on Secrets of Bluegrass Chef. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Things are smoking here in Kitchen Studio. We like that. Smells delicious in here,
Smells
too.
absolutely
Wow.
fabulous. Those beautiful grill marks that Chef got on these things, and I think they'll be ready to pull off a little bit.
Just put them on the grill before we went to the commercial break. They had marinated, technically, for 24 to 36 hours, and now it's time to go ahead and pull them off.
We'll
What
give
are
them a
they?
little turn here while we start working on our mushrooms.
Okay, so the side item we're making is going to be?
We're going to do two side items. We're going to do a sauteed asparagus with a little red bell pepper, and we're going to do sauteed mushrooms.
Wow.
Near
Nice.
and dear to my heart.
I like it. You know, you've got a little mushroom background in
I
you,
do
too.
have a little mushroom
I
background. Okay, so grew up in a small farming community in northwestern Indiana, south of Chicago, and I actually grew up on a mushroom farm. So I spent the first 14, 15 years of my life growing garden vegetables, corn, bean, but our mainstay crop was mushrooms.
Wow,
And
that's
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So even being around them all that time period, you haven't got tired of them?
Not at all. I always say if I can't cook a mushroom, I can't cook anything.
All right, good.
The mushrooms are simple, so I'm going to start with a little bit of butter,
Okay.
and I'm going to let that melt, and we're going to, from there, it's real simple. All right, so we're going to add our mushrooms.
And you keep the stems on, too. I know you cut
I
off a
do.
little bit of the
We
woody part
trim
if there
them.
is.
Yeah, trim them down, and just a quick rinse. And I like to do a bath of water and just a little lemon juice. Anyway, I just added some chopped onion, and this is our house seasoning. What we have in our house seasoning is just a real fine salt with granulated garlic, a little bit of white pepper,
Okay.
and paprika.
Perfect.
So that's it. We're going to let these go for a little while, brown them up a little bit, and we'll be ready to go.
And I like you're keeping those whole, so you're not slicing those up.
I'm
just
not.
kind of-
I'm not going to cut these. We cut them.
Perfect.
We do a lot of different applications of mushrooms in the restaurant, but for this particular side dish, we leave them whole. Okay, so with the asparagus, I'm going to start with a little olive oil,
Okay.
bottom of the bowl, and we do this kind of Italian style. We marinate the asparagus in a little olive oil, some more fresh garlic. We use a red bell pepper.
Oh, that's interesting.
We'll add the asparagus and just a pinch of the sea salt. And I'll kind of toss that around before I throw it in the skillet.
Very good.
So in our restaurant, we do a lot of plate to order items. For example, every pasta is all pan sauteed and made. The Cioppino that I'm going to make for you next is pan sauteed the way we're going to do it today for every
Perfect.
guest they come in the restaurant.
And the idea behind the peppers with the asparagus just came
For me, color.
color.
Oh, I like that.
Yep. Add a little color. It makes for a very nice side dish. So we'll let that go a little bit.
What I like about fresh asparagus, it doesn't take long to cook too. I mean,
The top on there, just keep some of the steam in.
steam in a little
Yeah, I'm
bit.
just gonna try to hurry them along.
Okay.
We typically, on this particular item in our restaurant, we have a large flat top grill that we do a lot of searing on, and we find that the asparagus will pick up some of the flavors from the grill as you're cooking all day long. It generates more and more flavor and even a little seasoning.
Oh,
So it's
nice,
very
nice.
unique. We do a sugar snap pea on the grill the same way, and our guests really love them.
I like that. You know, at home, sometimes I'll do is I'll parboil it, cook it just a little bit, shock it to keep the green going, you know, in there, and then put it on the grill. So it actually, when you parboil it like that and stop the cooking, it cooks perfectly on the grill because you only need a couple of minutes.
That's right. So while these are going, we can go ahead and plate our chops.
All right.
Do it.
Gosh, those chops look absolutely fabulous.
Smell great.
Oh. And look how juicy, you can tell just how juicy and delicious.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, they've been resting a little bit here.
And again,
They
that
are
marinade.
ready.
Wow.
And I suppose it's a key for them to rest a little because it continues the cooking
I think
process.
so. I think so, yeah. See if we get a better result that way.
Stand back, Tim. Stand back. Last thing we need is a host on fire.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't have my bourbon here with me.
Okay, so we can go ahead and plate our asparagus.
I like the idea of the bell pepper there. A little color.
Too.
A little color.
And I
A lot of
love
our guests
peppers.
like us to bring
I
out
do too.
a little fresh grated Parmesan to add to this dish. We don't
Nice.
typically do that in the kitchen. We leave that up to the guests, but we do bring the cheese grater tableside, and if they'd like to add a little fresh grated pecorino romano to their asparagus, I think it
Perfect.
makes a nice
Finish it
compliment.
off.
And it seems so healthy, you know? I mean,
It
you've got
is.
mushrooms with just a little bit of butter, the asparagus, the pork chops. I mean, it's better than like a big slab of mashed potatoes and stuff
Right.
on there, right?
There you
No,
go.
Exactly. I love that.
It's awesome.
Absolutely fabulous.
Nice. We're not finished with sharing the secrets from Gordon Lewis, so you've got more secrets to come.
I got a really good secret coming at you next.
Tell me what it's going to be.
Cioppino.
Cioppino. You ready for that?
I'm ready for Cioppino.
And
And a cider cocktail. Cider and the Rye.
looking forward to seeing the recipes shared as we reveal the secrets right here on the Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. We're coming right back after this. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Thanks for sticking with us. More secrets to come. In fact, we're going to jump right back in and share some secrets from our very own Tim Laird. Tim, great mixologist, America's CEO, the chief entertaining officer. I've been to so many parties at your house I can't count, and they are all different and fun.
We always are in the libation lab, as known as the kitchen, coming up with new beverages, and this is one of my favorites. This is called Cider and the Rye. Now, a secret behind this one is you could actually serve this one warm or cold. I'm going to
Nice.
show you the chilled version. It starts out, of course, Cider and the Rye. It's going to start out with a rye whiskey, and
Okay.
I love this Woodford Reserve rye. So I'm going to use a canning jar on this. It's kind of very simple. It's also not only your glass, but your shaker as well. So ounce and a half of the Woodford rye goes in like that. Boom. To that, 3 ounces to 4 ounces of a good apple cider. That goes in, and then about a teaspoon of maple syrup. That
Okay.
maple syrup adds a nice little complexity to the cider already. And then a little bit of dash of cinnamon goes in because that'll complement everything. And then you've got to have a squeeze of citrus. So a nice little squeeze of lemon goes in. Then, of course, we're going to put the lid on and we're going to give it a good shake.
Okay. What makes a good apple cider?
I'll tell you what, just find, a lot of local producers are doing this,
Good.
and they have a mixture of all kinds of different apples, so it's always good, and when it's in season. Now, when it's not in season, you can use a little apple juice too, so that'll work as well. So give this a quick shake. Doesn't take much, but you got to shake it because of the maple syrup. I want that to actually mix up pretty good. Kevin, I already made yours all ready
right.
for you, so
All right.
cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to Cider and the Rye. Let's
Any
see how we
season.
did. Wow.
That might be one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites.
I like that a lot. That's good. That would be very good warm. I'm not a big coffee person, but this would be like a warm drink.
Beautiful. It just kind of warms you up with the rye whiskey and everything else, and that cinnamon and a little bit of that maple syrup. So when you do warm this up, it's just a treat. I'm going to try it again.
I'm sorry you made it in such a small canning jar. I remember those bigger
got
jars.
those big ones for you, Kevin. Absolutely fabulous.
Okay, that's
All right.
on the list.
We
I
better
love
get
that.
back to cooking here. Here we
Let's
are
do
with
it.
Gordon Lewis, Sutton's Restaurant, Lexington. And I understand we're going to make a Cioppino.
Let's get rolling. How
All
many,
right, yeah.
how many
You got
seafood we have going into the Cioppino?
We've got technically 7 seafoods,
Okay.
8 versions. So I start with seafood stock, and we add a little bit of family recipe marinara.
Oh, so that's a marinara.
Yeah, a little marinara.
Oh.
Gonna give this stock a little color.
A little color and
I'm gonna add a little
flavor.
more color now.
Beautiful.
With
All right.
a fresh made basil olive oil pesto. Ooh. And we do add a little bit of pine nut in there.
Very traditional pesto.
You're gonna get 2 ounces of salmon. You're gonna get 2 of those U-Town
Beautiful.
20 scallops. We actually cut those in half so that they cook through.
Pillows of the
Also
sea.
gives you a couple extra bites of what I think is the best item in the dish.
About ready to lay my head down right in that
I
thing
know.
on the pillow.
I'm gonna add the mahi.
Wow.
That is good.
I'm gonna give that just a couple minutes.
And what a fun combination of fish, too. I mean,
Yeah.
all different textures, different flavors.
Yeah, you really do get a lot. I'm gonna add these, the mussels and the clams so they have enough time to get in here and do their thing.
Because they'll add a little flavor, too. As they cook, the
They
mussels and
certainly
clams add a
will.
little more flavor
Do
to
you
the
like
stock.
mussels and clams?
I love them.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them. That's a good idea that you put the larger size fish in there first because they're going to
Gotta give it a little more time.
a little
than
longer than
the shrimp cooks quick. The calamari is gonna cook quick. So I'll add that at the very end. I want to get this to simmer a little bit for me first. Maybe
yeah. You
turn
can
my
see it's-
seafood, and then at that point, I'm going to add the rest of the seafood. I'm going to cover it so my liquid doesn't reduce too much, and we can keep all that liquid in
All
the
the
bowl so
flavor
you
right
can
in there.
soak it up with the bread. So I'm going to add now that we've got this into a nice simmer, and you see the salmon starting to cook.
Oh, it sure
Yes.
is.
We're going to add our calamari. So we use tentacles.
I like those.
Right, the tentacles, that's where all the flavor is. We also use the rings. You know, we cut the flutes down into rings so people can enjoy that as well.
You got anything you want to chip in, Tim?
Chip it in.
I'm and then I do like, because that's going to add a little sweetness too. The scallops and the calamari add a little sweetness to it, a little tender.
Yeah, if you love
Can't let one
seafood,
get
you'll
away.
love this.
It's got everything in there.
And you know, this is the portion. This is the exact same portion we use in the restaurant.
Wow.
So we're just going to cover that, let that go.
That is a meal in itself. That's all you need.
Yeah, I can see that the portion sizes are extensive
Yes.
here. This is
So we try to moderately price everything on our menu. We do provide big value, big portions, everything we do. And I think that our guests really appreciate what they see and what they're charged. And we have a lot of regular guests that are continually coming back. So this
Smells
dish
delicious.
in our kitchen,
Gosh, it smells
you
great.
know, we cook with very powerful flames, and this dish is usually ready within about, I'd say 9 to 11 minutes. Cioppino.
Cioppino, everybody.
And you can see all that seafood in
Oh,
there.
look at all
Right?
that.
Just a
Wow.
beautiful color on the broth. That's exactly what we're looking for in our broth.
That is gorgeous.
So you
Loaded
come in
up.
our restaurant, this is what you get. That is the portion. We'll garnish that with just a little bit of fresh basil, and we'll serve it with a loaf of our bread.
Oh, that is great. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Gordon.
There you have
Unbelievable.
it. Chef Gordon Lewis from Sutton's in Lexington.
And what's great about this dish is, what kind of fish do you want? You know what? I want to try this today. It's
all
got
in
it
there.
all. All right.
Gordon, thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much,
Hey,
Gordon.
thanks for
Great
having
job,
me.
my friend.
Appreciate
Got to go
it.
down.
See you again.
We will be over to see you
We
sometime
will.
soon.
Excellent.
One more time, where you're located for the folks at home.
110 North Locust Hill Road, right off of Richmond Road, near Man of War in Lexington, Kentucky.
Easy to find. Tim, thanks for sharing your
You
secrets.
bet.
It's always a pleasure to stand beside my co-host and broadcast partner Tim Laird. For all of us at B&B Productions and for this great studio audience, we'll say goodbye for now, but we'll see you next time on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Lord, that is unbelievable.
Oh my